And in the house this morning, we have District 3 candidate Autumn Torres. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Having
for
me
being
here
here.
today.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. Well, tell us.
You and the Torres Army. So I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that's what
Exactly.
you meant. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
no worries.
Right
We-
on. Yeah, you do have a Torres. Tell us, who is Autumn Torres? Tell us about yourself. A lot of us see you on Facebook and know you have a beautiful family.
Oh,
that's
thank you
for
very
sure.
much.
And they all are beautiful. They all look like you.
Yeah.
You know,
Lucky them.
Stamp, one stamp, yeah.
Anyway, tell us about yourself,
All
your
right.
family. What do you do for fun? That kind
Let's
of stuff.
see. Well, I'm 44, and I was born and raised in Wapato, Washington. Am I close enough? Okay. Raised in a agricultural family. My grandparents, great-grandpa, started a fertilizer chemical company out in actually Brownstown, and then moved it to Hera. So grew up in the family business and watching their hard work ethic. My husband and I, we have 5 children. Yes, 5 children. 2 boys that are married. We have a grandbaby and another grandbaby that is due in about 2 weeks.
Oh, how cool.
So what I do for fun now, when I have any extra time, is watch that grandbaby.
Yeah.
I love to bake and cook for my family and work out, exercise, read, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And you make some killer sourdough.
I will have to bring you guys some. yes.
Yeah.
That's the one thing this campaign I haven't had any time to bake, so that's kind of a bummer.
How would you know that, Lance?
Because I follow her and her sourdough recipes on Facebook.
Yes,
I do.
I will. If I
do.
get a little time, I'll bring you guys some sourdough.
You know, I mean, you do things that are really traditional. I mean, you have those big family dinners. Of course, you got a big family, so
Yeah,
I guess
big
any
family.
dinner would be a big family dinner. But
Yeah.
you know, you do the Sunday family dinners or
Yeah.
something. You set the table. You do all the
Yeah.
traditional stuff that I just don't see a lot of
Oh.
anymore in families. So that's the only reason I'm saying that. Hey, tell us why you decided to run for Yakima County Commission.
All right. Well, last fall, with the sad passing of Norm Childress, that opened up an appointment process. So I ran for that and got to see behind the curtain, I guess. And it was really fun and got to talk to a lot of people, hear their concerns. And of course, this was still in the middle of these lockdowns, et cetera. And I've always been involved in politics and passionate about our country. And I know nationally there's so many things that are disturbing, but I can't really affect things on a national level per se. But I knew in my heart that I could affect things on a local level. And being invested in Yakima with children and grandchildren, that I want to stay here. And I know my friends and colleagues want their children and children want to stay here. I jumped in. And so then I don't know if you guys know this, but we have to run this year and we actually have to run again next year.
We were just talking
Yeah,
about that before you come on. It's like
Yeah.
this is to a first available election after the appointment, and then that concludes the term, and then a fresh run again.
Yeah, so it's not for the faint of heart,
Yeah.
I guess. And so actually the first part of the year, I was thinking I might wait till next year. And I was helping some other candidates run because, you know, that's important at a local level. But then a couple of votes happened on the health board that were really concerning. One was there was a motion put forward to take masks off children playing outside in sports, and the person I'm running against voted against that, which was really upsetting to me as a parent and grandparent. And then there was a vote to remove the mask mandate off of Yakima, and he also voted against that. And so it just really, after that, I knew that there was in my heart, I knew there was going to be more stuff coming down from our governor that is overreach and destructive. And I knew if I didn't run, I couldn't look myself in the face. So at least give it a shot.
Yeah.
And so here we are.
Yeah.
And it's been, I'm telling you, well, I know you guys have talked to businesses, teachers, the students, our suicide rate, drug overdoses, the destruction. It's just, you know, we haven't seen the end of it yet. And that's why I'm running to be a voice for the people.
Well, I think let me see if I can paraphrase what you said so very well. But it's about not everybody is prepared to fight. You are, right? Some people, in a simple
Yep.
word, you're prepared to fight for.
And I've got that question. I was actually at it was a realtor's event, and I had one realtor, an older one. He looked at me, and people were asking all these questions, and he looked right at me. He's like, "But will you fight for us?" he asked it a couple times, and people kind of were talking over him, and I finally looked right at him and I said, yes, I will, because I'm not climbing a ladder. I'm upset at what the rampant destruction that we're seeing. So I told my husband, I can honestly go on an interview and tell the truth because I'm not trying to hide anything. What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to get to the next level. I just am concerned. I'm concerned for our kids, our businesses, our elderly. What happened this last year to them, horrible. So,
Big district.
it is a big district.
Yeah. I was telling Dave, it's a little different than being a city council person. You can go into a neighborhood. You're knocking on farm doors, and right. It's a big district to try to get. What are they telling you?
What are they telling me?
Yeah. Well,
this has been, and I haven't got to doorbell the entire district. I've actually focused. Edgar Hernandez, who's running in District 2, that's part of my District 3, and he was very kind, and he took me doorbelling with him. And I'm telling you, we were knocking on Democrat and Republican doors, right? Anybody down in the neighborhood, and they were just so thankful that we showed up at their door. And
I can imagine, yeah.
He interpreted for me, and you know what? They want safety for their kids. They want to keep the money in their pocket. Everything.
Some universal ideas, right?
Our conservative values, even though it might say Democrat on their voter registration, maybe they just never had a conservative show up at their door. And so that has been, I would say, safety. Talking to a lot of other people, the water utility in Yakima County, the metering of private wells is a very hot topic. So I would like to bring that back before the people and try to mitigate what was done. It's egregious. That safety, homelessness, of course. I know you guys have been talking about it. It's on everybody's mind. I would say those.
When we talk about District 3, can you give us an idea of where it's at?
Mm-hmm. So District 3 is East Valley, Moxie. It goes a little bit into, I get like downtown Yakima, which is where I was doorbelling with some people. So I've got to hang out in Miller Park. They do music every Sunday, so that's been fun.
Yeah.
And, and they've dealt with so much crime down there.
Yeah.
So that
that
has been a
gives
lot
us
of
an
fun.
idea.
Yeah.
Tell us. I guess it's
and then down to Grandview.
There you go. And that's like, oh my goodness, that's a lot more people.
And
where do you stop there?
From downtown Yakima to Grandview, they're ticked off about well water metering. Oh yeah. Oops, sorry.
Tell us. I think we can all pretty much guess, but tell us how you describe yourself politically.
Politically, conservative. Biblical values drive me, and a love of country. So, conservative.
You must want to do something that's top list for the county. And what is it?
Well, our health board, I feel, needs another conservative voice, because as we've seen this last year, they had a lot of control over a lot of things. So I'm excited to be a conservative voice on the health board. And then the well water metering, that's probably the top two. And safety, making sure that our sheriff's department, especially with these new laws, I know you guys have been talking about it, it's so concerning what's happening to our law enforcement. And we're just starting to see the effects of that. So safety, very much. I would like to encourage maybe communities come together and block watches, stuff like that, to try to mitigate the damage that's going to be coming.
Yeah, we're going to have to kind of help make the probable cause case early,
Exactly.
ourselves, since the officers aren't going to be there necessarily to see it.
Yeah.
We got to let them know that evidence is here, chase that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Come
otherwise
together.
we'll see what happened the other day in Tacoma, wasn't it? Where they kind of let the guy go that could have been in. So
That's crazy.
we need to do that. Is there anything that you want to say, hey, this is working, let's continue that, or something that when you assess county government that you think are doing a decent job right now?
I think, let's see.
Okay, how about that? How about what they're not doing?
I mean, there's
right?
lots of things that they're probably doing well. So I look forward to talking with the department heads. I haven't had a chance to get in there and meet with all of them. And I would love to sit down with each one of them and ask them, what do you see? What works for you guys? What could we do better? That kind of a thing. So I'm still working on that.
There's no right answer. We usually run to solve problems, to fix problems, not to say, I'll be the guy that keeps doing what everybody's doing already, so vote for me. What? Doesn't make that much sense.
Yeah.
What about, I get from how we see you present yourself through social media and at other times that the idea of government being a service agency to the people is pretty straightforward to you, right? You work for them, and
very much
their needs are first. Is that a fair statement?
Fair statement. Very much so. The government should protect the rights of the people and work for the people.
Autumn, what's on everyone's mind right now? Masking?
I would say masking, lockdown, number 2 coming.
Yeah, the kids with the masks. I mean, is that where people are really just frustrated talking to you about?
So many emails. I mean, I'm getting emails from all over the valley. They're concerned about, they're super upset. I know I've gotten tons of emails from teachers. They're super upset. And they want to know, is anybody going to stand, what can be done? And there's a lot of confusion as to what is legal. That's another thing. I feel as an elected, it's on me to interpose between government overreach and our citizens, because Yakima County elects the commissioners. I'm not an arm of the state. I'm not an arm of Inslee, right? I was told that. But no.
That you were?
That's how it is.
Yeah. No, well, you're what you're saying right now is, I think, of critical importance to people. We didn't elect you so that you can be the person that passes on the stuff that comes from the top. You're elected to be in the arena, knowing that if it's coming our way and we don't want it, we better see you heading that way instead of waiting for it to fall in our lap.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. 8:28. If you're just joining us, we're talking to District 3 candidate Autumn Torres. Autumn, a bunch of people just jumped into the elevator with you. Maybe you've heard us say this before. You got a lot of people in front of you. You got just like 2 or 3 minutes, whatever. Or a minute, whatever you want to do. Tell them why they should be voting for you and no one else.
I'd say vote for me if you are sick and tired of hearing excuses and nobody stepping up to the plate. I will never support another lockdown. I will never support mandatory masking of our community or our children. I will never support mandatory vaccinations. Your body is your choice. I will support your Second Amendment. Shall not be infringed. That's what it means. I will support law enforcement, our veterans, and our first responders. I'm a mom. I'm a grandma. I'm a business owner, and I will fight for you.
Good stuff. Autumn, do you have a web page?
I do. It's torresforyakima.com. You can also find me, same thing, on Facebook, Instagram.
Can contact you right there.
Yep.
Right? All right.